So something which is undesirable munkar cannot be, can only be used in those matters which are where the consensus of the fuqaha, the consensus of the scholars of fiqh has been arrived at about the issue. So if the consensus of the scholars of fiqh has arrived at the ruling that this particular activity or issue is prohibited, for example, then it can be labelled as undesirable or munkar. Then the Sheikh mentioned a saying of Imam Mazari, who wrote a book explaining Sahih Muslim. And in there he says that whoever increases, as the knowledge of someone increases, as someone knowledge by the deen increases more and more, so their proclamation of things as munkar decreases. So as they become more and more knowledgeable, they become less and less able and less likely to declare things as munkar. And there's also conditions and certain types of linguistic expression that the scholars have indicated that should be used when declaring activities as munkar.
وهناك شرط ثاني، وهو أن لا يؤدي تغيير المنكر إلى منكر مثله فيكون عبثا وتحصيل حاصل، أو إلى منكر أشد من الأول فيكون تضخيما وتعظيما للمنكر. فتغيير المنكر لابد أن يكون دائما إلى الأصلح وإلى الأحسن. أما أن يكون تغيير المنكر ليحل مكانه مثله أو ما هو أعظم منه، فحينئذ يجب على الإنسان أن يمتنع. وفي هذا قصة طريفة تنقل عن الإمام ابن تيمية رحمه الله، أنه كان مارا مع طلبته وكان بجنبهم جنود من التتار الغزاة الذين احتلوا بلاد المسلمين، كانوا سكارى، فهم أولئك الطلبة بزجر التتار عن شرب الخمر، فمنعهم الإمام ابن تيمية رحمه الله وقال لهم دعوهم، فإنهم لو أفاقوا من سكرهم لاتجهوا إلى المسلمين بالتقتيل، لا ذهبوا ليقتلوا المسلمين، وهذا أشد ضررا وأعظم نكرا وجرما من شرب الخمر. فلينظر أحدنا إلى فقه هذا الإمام في تغيير المنكر ورعايته لهذه القاعدة الجليلة، وهي أن تغيير المنكر لا يكون إلى مثله أو أعظم منه.
And Sheikh mentioned another condition of changing the munkar, the undesirable activity, is that it has to be changed to a situation which is better than the munkar itself. So you shouldn't be trying to change the munkar to a situation which is on the same level of undesirability or even worse, thereby making the munkar greater or more widespread. But it has to be changed to something which is better, therefore it has more benefit to the society or has less harm. And if it is seen that the change itself is leading to something which is worse, then the person should stop and not carry on with the change, not try to proceed with the change itself. And the Sheikh mentioned an example from the life of Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah, where one day he was walking with his students and he passed by some soldiers, some Tatar soldiers from the armies of the Mongols who had invaded the Muslim lands and created much bloodshed and despair amongst the Muslims. The students, when they saw these soldiers, the soldiers were drinking, they were drunk. So the students, when they saw these soldiers, they said they felt that drunkenness was something which had to be corrected, and they felt it was their duty to go up and try to change the situation, either by with their hands, by taking the drink away, or by lecturing the soldiers that drink was something which was harmful and should be avoided, and so on. But Ibn Taymiyyah told them to leave them alone, to leave them in their drunkenness, leave them in their state of drunkenness, because if they become sober, then they will go to their duty, their job, which is to fight the Muslims and to kill the Muslims. So here, changing the munkar, changing the undesirable activity of seeing drunkenness in society was left, because that change would then result in a worse situation where the soldiers would then be involved in killing Muslims rather than just being a sore sight in society. So we should look at this example and the understanding that Ibn Taymiyyah had of this ruling and this issue of changing the munkar.
Now, Sheikh Zakariya will be taking questions, whatever that may arise.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I have two questions. The first one is on the marro'ah. What if we can anticipate or assume that munkar is going to happen based on, say, our experience, or based on what has happened last year or last time ago? Should we do the amar ma'ruf nahi munkar? And my second question is on the ad'aful iman, which is the weakest iman. Last May I heard, for the first time in my life, one sheikh told me that ad'afu also can be understood as the strongest iman, meaning for somebody who has a true heart, a pure heart to do da'wah, by just having a pure heart, he can actually do the amar ma'ruf nahi munkar. So if he has a strong iman just in his heart, so everything he wish to do, he say he can actually do the amar ma'ruf nahi munkar. So meaning the sheikh told me that ad'afu also can be understood as strongest iman. Wallahu a'lam.
إذا كان المنكر متوقعا ولكنه لم يقع بعد، فيدخل تحت دائرة ما يسمى بوسائل الحرام أو سد الذرائع، وهي قاعدة معمول بها عند الفقهاء، ولها شروطها ولها ضوابطها حتى لا يتوسع الناس في